From your local sports authority, a Western Mass News special, Playoff Push, sponsored by Hogan Technology.
The NFL postseason means something once again here in New England as we now prepare for the New England Patriots showdown with the Houston Texans. Welcome, everyone, to Playoff Push. I'm Chris Pisano.
And I'm Amanda Martin Ryan. Over the next 30 minutes, we'll get you ready for the game where the winner will punch their ticket to the AFC Championship next week.
Now, during our show, we're going to check the pulse of the fans in Foxborough, including how they feel about quarterback Drake Maye. We introduce you to the official Western Mass Patriots fan club. We'll take a tour of the Patriots Hall of Fame, and big football games mean busy times for Western Mass businesses. Now, after finishing last season 4-13, the Patriots now find themselves just 2 games away from the Super Bowl. But the roadblock ahead is shaping up to be one of their greatest challenges yet.
Western Mass News reporter Tyler Beraldi was in Foxborough ahead of the team's first divisional round playoff game in over half a decade. He lets us know what the players and coaches are expecting and what you should look out for before the Houston Texans make their way to Gillette Stadium.
It's been 7 years since the New England Patriots found themselves hosting a divisional round playoff game. And at the time, they were being led by this guy right behind me. But now, in the literal shadow of Tom Brady and his legacy, Gillette Stadium once again stands as the front lines on the road to the Super Bowl.
8 teams left, and it's a chance, an opportunity that we have to play a home football game and home playoff game that matters at at times when it matters most.
The General this time, second-year quarterback and MVP contender, Drake Maye. Unlike the dynasty teams of old, the 23-year-old signal caller is working more with a young militia than a veteran force. In fact, Super Bowl champion and first-year Patriot Milton Williams is the only starter who is still competing this time last year.
You know, it's playoff time, so you show up and show out. I told them boys, make a name for yourself. I tried to do that last year when I was in Philly. It worked out for me. Y'all come in, y'all can do the same thing.
But in this locker room, composed largely of first and second year contributors, there's an unexpected calmness in the air.
This is the time of the year where, like we've been talking about, the big dogs show up in January, and, we all consider ourselves some big dogs.
Intensity is definitely there, but it's nothing new. Still football, X's and O's at the end of the day, and just going out there executing coach's game plan.
A credit to the brain behind the battalion, head coach Mike Vrabel.
Going to have some good days and some bad days, but I think having gratitude is important.
It's a level of discipline they'll need to fortify Foxborough against a wrecking crew. The visiting Houston Texans, fresh off a 30-6 dismantling of the Pittsburgh Steelers, boast a defensive front that, when it's all said and done, could be generational.
They have great talent, great scheme. They play hard and respect how hard they play. And they're just not only talented, but they have a play demeanor that I can appreciate.
2 first-team All-Pros lead the charge.
We've got to have all 11 guys on board to attack this defense and contain those 2 guys.
Cornerback Derek Stingley Jr. hawking the skies with 4 interceptions on the year, and lineman Will Anderson Jr. sweeping the trenches with 12 sacks. They're just the tip of the iceberg. It's a defense so prolific that they haven't seen a loss since November 2nd, despite being 22nd in rushing yards and 14th in passing yards per game on offense.
But they're going to try to, take your head off, and I think respect them for it. They do it at a really high level. They tackle the ball carrier hard, and they'll punish them, and they'll make you pay for it.
The keys to the contest for New England: win the turnover battle, force C.J. Stroud to try to beat you with his arm, and keep Maye standing. The winner out of Gillette clashes with the winner out of Mile High, 1 game away from competing for a Lombardi trophy. Reporting in Foxborough, Tyler Beraldi, Western Mass News.
Now, the players aren't the only ones excited for their playoff run. Of course, lifelong and bandwagon fans are counting down the hours to see their beloved team take the field.
I'm one of them, lifelong, not bandwagon. Hopefully, we get one step closer to another title. Western Mass News reporter Madison Lasowski harvested that fan excitement at Patriot Place and brings us their stories.
I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm so psyched.
We're counting down the minutes to this week's game now.
They're going to bully through. They're going to make things happen. When they need to make a play, they're making a play.
And excitement is brewing across New England. especially since a young but impactful Patriots quarterback has taken the National Football League by storm. With a unique nickname that went viral, the fans call him Drake May.
I just love this guy. I love that he's good, and I just love that we're back.
My boys, I got them May jerseys for Christmas, and they wear them all the time.
His accuracy, just the way he performs, the way that he presents himself on the field, it's exactly the way Tom Brady started out.
While only in his second season, Maye is a leading MVP candidate, but he kept it humble when we asked how the fan excitement translated to this playoff run.
Other than the cheers and stuff, just try to give him something, to cheer about, more. I think, really not thinking too much about it. Like I said, I appreciate how the fans have kind of, embraced me and took me into, New England as a Southern kid. So I've just enjoyed it and try to enjoy it and give him something to, cheer more about.
Maye seemed calm, cool, and collected. Little does he know that a massive fan base has grown for him, even fans who weren't originally rooting for the Pats.
Funny enough, I'm from Indianapolis, so it took me a minute, but with this new organization, I'm obsessed.
He's the man. He's embracing it. He loves it. I don't even know if he loves it, but we love it, and the man's amazing.
There were also some fans who took their playoff anxiety and lit it on fire.
Just trying to bring blessings just for the Pats to win the next game that's coming up.
Others are just manifesting the best case scenario.
They just win. There's no rhyme or reason sometimes as to why they win. They just win.
Reporting in Foxborough, Madison Lasowski, Western Mass News.
Now, it's nice seeing all the faith that fans have in Drake May, considering he has some big shoes to fill.
He sure does. Of course, coming off the heels, using that analogy of Tom Brady.
Right.
So far, so good. What do they say? A 1,000-mile journey to the Super Bowl starts one step at a time. So we're taking that initial step. Fingers crossed, go Pats. Now, coming up on this playoff push, are you a Patriots fan but find it difficult to make that trip all the way to Foxborough? Well, no worries. We have all the details on the official Western Mass Patriots fan club, details on who they are and how you can join when we come back.
And later, if you decide to pay a visit to Gillette Stadium, you may want to check out the Patriots Hall of Fame. We'll take you inside the hall for a look at what you can expect.
But before we head to break, we're going to provide some Patriots fun facts for you today, starting with the New England Patriots hold the record for most Super Bowl appearances, the team appearing in 11 Super Bowls. The Patriots are also tied with the Pittsburgh Steelers for most Super Bowl wins. That would be 6. The team winning the big game in the seasons for 2001, 2003, 2004, 2014, 2016, stop me if you're getting tired, and 2018.
Now, hopefully, 2026.
Oh, let's hope so. We'll be right back.
You're watching Playoff Push, sponsored by Hogan Technology.
And welcome back, everyone, to Playoff Push, the Western Mass Patriots fan club calling on all local fans to join them out at Gillette Stadium this Sunday.
They've been building a community for nearly 2 decades, and they say you don't need a ticket to get involved. Western Mass News reporter David Germain spoke with the club's founder ahead of Sunday's divisional round game.
Matt Nelson founded the Western Mass Patriots fan club in 2006. The goal wasn't to compete with fans from the Boston area, but instead to build a community of Pats fans here in our area.
You know, and I anecdotally even heard about it this week when they were showing the lead into the game for Foxborough. They were showing like TD Garden and things in Boston. So it wasn't being left out as much as, well, you know, there's Western Mass fans. Let's give them an opportunity to show who they are and build some community. And, you know, even from an operational perspective, it's a good hour-and-a-half drive. So you get people together. Maybe they share rides. Maybe they share tailgating experiences.
Members of the club head to Gillette Stadium for every home game, tailgating in the parking lots. Nelson has had season tickets for 16 years, but he's clear, you don't need a ticket to join.
So what I think we need to do, too, is look at things that aren't at the stadium. You know, whether that's working with some kind of bar to have a viewing party, whether it's, you know, having some kind of local event, because we also recognize that not everybody has the means or the access to go.
As far as the season goes, Nelson has enjoyed the ride, but isn't surprised at the team's success this season.
The funny thing is at the beginning of the year, one of my friends' mother made a bet with her. She was like, they're not going to do anything this year. And I said, I think they're going to have 10 wins. So, made a bet with her, and, I informed her around Christmas how I won the bet, and she owes me a bottle of limoncello.
The turnaround has changed the atmosphere at Gillette, too. Nelson credits the return of the New England pride compared to the last few years.
The swagger is back, is the way I would put it. Last year you'd see a lot of other fans in there from other teams because people were selling off their tickets and stuff.
As far as Sunday's game against the Texans, Nelson won't change anything from his pregame preparation, but he remains superstitious about a special someone's wardrobe.
The one thing that I am very superstitious about is what I wear. And, a side joke to this is, so my wife was wearing Patriots gear to the game, and they were losing those first 3 weeks. So all my friends are like, what's Megan wearing to the game this week? What's Megan wearing? Because it was her fault, obviously, that they were losing. So since that, she's gone to the game, and she's had to wear either Bruins or Red Sox stuff to confuse the superstition gods, right? And they've won every game since then.
So, if you plan on going to Sunday's divisional round game and you run into Matt, let him know you're from Western Mass and build that sense of community. After all, that's what they're there for. David Germain, Western Mass News.
Hey, isn't that the truth? There are few people more superstitious than sports fans, for sure. Now, we also have a link to the club's page where you can request to join, or on our website, westernmassnews.com.
Even though we were talking about the Patriots club, I do have to say, well, it's no secret that I am not a huge football
Not
fan
everyone
viewer.
Is. Not everyone
But
is.
it's so easy to just be a Patriots lover, a New England sports fans lover, being from New England and just having the pride.
It is since the Tom Brady era. When we hit about 2001, things got a lot easier. But trust me, before then, it was slim pickings.
Lucky for me, I wouldn't know.
That's right. Let's hope we don't go back there. Up next, interactive exhibits, lots of Patriots history, and 6 championship trophies. We take you inside the Patriots Hall of Fame when we come back.
But first, it's time for our second Patriots fun fact of the show. So believe it or not, the New England Patriots were almost called the Bay State Patriots. The team was originally called the Boston Patriots, but when they moved to Foxborough in 1971, a name change was in order. Many were quick to point out that Bay State had the initials of BS, and the team was renamed the New England Patriots.
You're watching Playoff Push, sponsored by Hogan Technology.
As we head towards kickoff in Foxborough, you don't need game day tickets to experience Gillette Stadium. The Patriots Hall of Fame offers an interactive look at the team's championship history.
And the Patriots Hall is open 7 days a week. Western Mass News reporter Madison Lasowski gives us the backstage pass without the game day price tag.
Your experience starts right here on the 3rd floor. We're going to take you guys on a tour of the Patriots Hall of Fame starting right now. It's the perfect family experience for any day of the week, with interactive exhibits and tons of memorabilia. A lot has changed since the Kraft family first opened the hall in 2008. Now, 37 members have been inducted, including former linebacker and current head coach Mike Vrabel. Since then, it's undergone several renovations to take guests inside their continued championship success. And if you can't remember just how many times the Patriots won the championship, well, the writing's on the wall. The hall regularly adds to its collection and changes out the artifacts. One of my favorite exhibits from our visit was a field goal kicker simulation.
It's a touchdown, baby.
It's actually called a field goal, but give me a break, I played soccer. However, that's not the only hands-on experience you can get with the price of admission. There's different theaters that display postseason memories and documentaries. You can navigate a touchscreen and learn about the old-time roster players for the Pats. And there's several opportunities for a photo op.
You can head on over to the locker room area where you can try on equipment from 3 different players, Julian Edelman, Hunter Henry, and of course, Tom Brady, put on their jerseys and their helmets, and then it's game time.
But if you don't feel like getting suited up, the hall features a green screen where you can get your photo superimposed onto the main field. Or if you'd rather see it from above, Check out a scale model of the entire stadium.
Looks a little smaller from up here.
Between 2 floors, dozens of exhibits, and an experience that would have any Pats fan interested for hours on end. The Hall of Fame at Gillette is most certainly an adventure you don't want to miss out on.
The Patriots are now just a couple of wins away from picking up their 7th Lombardi trophy and, of course, queuing the duck boats. Reporting in Foxborough, Madison Lasowski, Western Mass News.
Well, looks like Madison had quite the nice day at work
She
earlier
sure
this
did.
week. Well, if you want to check out the Patriots Hall of Fame at Gillette Stadium, it's open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And as Madison said, tickets are priced by age.
So kids under 5, they get in free. Children 5 to 12 are $5. Students and seniors pay $7, and adult tickets go for $10. You can purchase them online or right there at the door.
Up next, the Patriots may play in the eastern half of the state, but the impact of their success can be felt across the Commonwealth. How local businesses are preparing for what they expect to be a very busy Sunday when we come back.
And time right now for our final Patriots fun fact of the show. While the Pats are going to be home at Gillette Stadium for their divisional round game with Houston this weekend, did you know that the Pats are the first NFL team to own their own planes? The 2 Boeing 767s are used by the team to travel to away games as well as sometimes fly people for charitable causes. The team bought the planes ahead of the 2017 season. The only other NFL franchise with their own plane, the Arizona Cardinals.
You're watching Playoff Push, sponsored by Hogan Technology.
The Patriots' playoff run has been a financial touchdown so far for businesses in our area. Some spots are even shutting down deliveries to handle the rush.
Western Mass News reporter Matt Price went to 2 places in Springfield and has more on what they expect this weekend.
Go Pats! Go Pats! Go Pats!
The hype is real, and Patriots fans are excited. In a matter of hours, they will be tuning in to the networks of Western Mass News to see the AFC Divisional Playoff game between the Patriots and the Texans. And Nathan Bill's Bar and Restaurant is showing the game on every monitor.
You can feel the energy right when you walk into into the bar. It's just through the roof. People are excited, especially living through the Belichick, Tom Brady era. It's the same momentum and energy going forward right now with Mike Vrabel and Maye in the playoffs.
The bar staffed up last Sunday for the Patriots' wildcard win. Food and beer sales stayed steady, and Nathan Bill's has a mocktail menu for non-drinkers. But for this upcoming game, they are expecting a bigger crowd.
We're expecting full staff. We did shut down online ordering and DoorDash due to the demand in-house that we're expecting. But, I mean, just come here and get here early to get a spot and get a table.
The connecting banquet hall will also be open for overflow crowds. And even better, the restaurant's owner has more than just the game to look forward to.
Sunday's my birthday, so yeah, this Sunday's my birthday, my 41st birthday, so we're going to be cheering extra hard for them to win.
Nathan Bill's is also doing something a little extra special. On Sunday, they will be doing Dine and Donate. A percentage of every customer's bill will be donated to the kids of Katie Howell, who died from cancer last month.
Katie was such a Patriots fan, and so to know that there's going to be a lot of activity here, that the bar will be full. We know that we're going to bring a lot of family and friends with us, and so we're just really excited and thankful for the opportunity.
Outside of Nathan Bill's, there are plenty of other spots in the city that are expected to have a huge impact, such as some of the restaurants and the BetMGM Sportsbook at MGM Springfield.
We are so glad the Patriots are back. They are back, and it is good for business.
Beth Ward's Energy tells you everything you need to know. Last weekend, the sportsbook was filled with dozens of people wall to wall. This time, they expect more of the same.
We really have all hands on deck making sure that we are staffed and ready to go, whether it be at our fine dining restaurants like Chandler or Costa or at Tap Sports Bar.
As for the betting side of things, the casino's director of public affairs says having both in-person and mobile wagering is a good secret sauce. Besides doing it responsibly, she has other advice for bettors.
Place your bets early to get them in, really think about it, and we want you to have fun. We also want you to come back.
And as fans prepare for kickoff,
go Drake May, go Pats.
Let the battle begin. In Springfield, Matt Price, Western Mass News.
So we also have a link to the GoFundMe for you to donate to Katie Howell's kids. Just head over to our website, westernmassnews.com.
I'm going to go Pats by 7.
Okay.
Not an exact score, but I'm going to say we win by a field goal.
Alrighty. I have
Let's
no
go
idea.
Pats,
but
everyone.
Go Pats. All right. Enjoy the
And
game,
be
everyone.
safe.